Ursula is here, but not for me. Free pull, 35 CP, that's about it. Gonna move on. Contrary to, I don't know if I'd call it popular belief, but just some belief that's out there, that I have a thing for monks. I've heard that from a couple people. Like, hey, you gonna pull for Ursula? I know you like monks. I don't know where the hell that came from, other than Yang and Tifa, but that just means I have a thing for damage, not for monks. I mean, I only went for Yang to complement Terra, really. I did end up using him with other comps that didn't have Terra in it, so I did end up liking him more than I thought I would, but it's not because he's a monk. And Tifa, I mean, that's Tifa. Like, everybody likes Tifa. If you don't like Tifa, you're a hipster. Like, it's that simple, I think. I think that if you don't like Tifa, you're actively just trying to be different. That's what I think. Everybody likes Tifa. But anyway, yeah, no, I don't have a thing for monks. I don't know where the hell that came from. Yeah, I don't. Not that I don't like monks, but it's not like I see a monk and go, oh, I gotta pull. Like, I don't really give a crap about that. But anyway, moving on. This orb, I barely even know how to describe. I think you have to have, I think it's a certain percentage of your max brave refilled after your turn. It's something like that. I don't know what the exact percentage is. I think it's 80. Don't quote me on that. I'm just kind of guessing here. But I noticed at one point, these things will buff you. They will give you higher max brave. And first I was like, that doesn't make sense. Like, why are you powering us up? But then I realized, oh yeah, the higher our max brave is, the more difficult it is to reach that threshold. I believe it's 80%. I don't remember offhand, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But it doesn't really matter much with this setup, mainly because of the call abilities. Because there's no battery on this team whatsoever, except for Machina, who does it for himself. And Cloud of Darkness a little bit after she does the laser. She recovers a little bit for herself, but nowhere near the amount that would satisfy the orb. So that Kai's Call is helping us out a lot. What with the launches and refilling the battery, because you'll see it. They get to a point where they just take our brave away, and we get like half of it back because of that Kai's Call. So yeah, good stuff. You know what? I misspoke. Setzer does have battery on his skill 1 and his EX, but we're not pressing those. You know the drill. We're going to just throw the dice up and then he's out of here. Bring him in for selfie after we refresh those dice, and we're good. Are these things crabs or lobsters? I originally thought, just from looking at the little picture, that they were just going to be reskins of the guard scorpions, but they're not. They're like tiny crustacean versions of, I don't know. I don't know what they are. They're a lot smaller than I thought they were going to be. They're kind of tiny. I don't know, whatever. I've also heard that the way I play Machina bothers some people, because normally what you're supposed to do is start off with that LD so you can get that Spiral's Linchpin debuff on to trigger those follow-up attacks right there. But I don't do that, simply because it adds an extra turn. And you guys know how I do. I wanted to do it with, I wanted to try to get as little turns as possible. With this setup, by the way, I understand that there are other setups, aka Noctis, where you could just get less, but I'm so sick of playing Noctis. Like, he takes forever, man. So you can get less turns, but it takes so long. So I figured, okay, I'll just roll with the team I've been rolling with, and try to get as little turns as possible. I don't think it can go lower than 3 with this. Maybe it can, and I just haven't figured it out yet, but this is good for me. It's also not the best way to maximize his overall burst phase damage output. There are definitely other setups that can make this overall number at the end a lot bigger, but that's alright. I'm not as worried about that. Does anyone else think that the name of this event is kind of strange? Gentle Fist? What is a gentle fist? Who's gonna ball up their hand into a fist and want it to be gentle? I don't know. I think if your fist is gentle, you're doing it wrong. That didn't come out right. Or maybe it did. I don't know. It depends who you ask, I guess. Wow, moving on. Jesus. Okay. That's staying in though, whatever. I like this song, by the way. For all the Super Mario RPG fans out there, this remix came out like right on New Year's, I want to say. There's this guy Vector U who does a lot of cool Nintendo remixes. I've used his stuff quite a bit, and this is one of my new favorites because I'm a sucker for Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. I won't lie, when I was a kid, that was the game that kind of got me into RPGs. It's not the first RPG I'd ever played, but that was the first one I became obsessed with. And after that, it's just kind of been... That just kind of changed the way I think about video games. One of the games, anyway. I mean, we all have plenty that did that for us. That was one of them for me, back when I was a kid. And the music is so good. I love the music in that game. Same composer as Kingdom Hearts, by the way. Another series where I use their music constantly in these videos. Speaking of Mario, by the way, the other day in the Dissopia Discord, I don't know where it was just popping. Like, a bunch of people were just talking about old games. It was like rapid fire. Like, you could barely keep up with the chat. It was so fun. And as a result of that, a lot of us started talking about Mario Kart. So a bunch of us just went over to the Other Games voice channel and just played Mario Kart for a couple hours. And it was super fun. And it got me thinking. I was talking about this with some of the guys in there. Something I'd want to do just for a video or a stream or whatever. I just think this would be fun because it's not something you see a lot. I want to get together with like 3 other content creators and just sit around and play Mario Party and just talk shit on stream. I think that'd be super fun. And it'd be really different. It's not something that you see a lot. I mean, everybody's got their streaming shows and stuff, and I've kind of wanted to do one, but as far as like a regular weekly streaming show, I definitely wouldn't have time to do that, I don't think. But every now and again, I'll get an idea for like, hey, that'd be a fun stream. And it would just be something different, something that you don't see all the time. I don't know, I just think that it would be ridiculous in the best way. So, I don't know, just a thought, This right here kind of got me a little worried back to the fight. Gonna spam a little bit. Right now we're in good shape, right now we're okay. We got some launches. We're getting our bravery filled. Orb's not a problem as of right now. 9-8, we're okay. We're good. But I want to keep this at 3 turns, and I'm noticing that Machina is kind of running out of steam if I want to do that. So I got to keep throwing these awakenings up. God, you got to come in and save us. Thank you so much. Into a launch. Oh, that's exactly what we needed. Thank you. And that's perfect because the selfie debuff wore off. So that came from just hitting him over and over again. 4 awakenings. Gonna be close. And I believe we just lost 6 dice too. So now the damage output is going to drop. And I think the orbs are actually going to start going down now. Yes, they are. 1 awakening left. So we'll throw that at you. You have a little bit more as the orb counts down, but the health is underneath the orb, so I think we're okay. Now I'm out of them. Furious Blades Plus is a free turn, though. Tend to forget that. This right here is why Cloud of Darkness is still my favorite green. She comes in and gets the break at the perfect time. So clutch to keep that at 3. The best. My favorite green. I don't care what anybody says. She's the best. Well, that's my Ursula run. Curious as to what you guys did. Hope you all enjoyed, and thank you for watching.